Hey guys, the Camo Christian here. It's been absolutely forever. If you guys want to know why I haven't been posting, I'll probably explain it towards the end of the video. But right now we're going to get into Star Wars, and not just Episode 8. A lot of the newer stuff that's come out, Battlefront 1 and 2, Star Wars Episode 8, obviously, the Idem Versio novel, just like a lot of the new Star Wars stuff that they've been coming out with. So note there will be spoilers for all that stuff if you guys haven't seen any of it or haven't played any of it, whatever. So first off, they're making Rey way too powerful, and they try to explain it by saying, powerful light, powerful dark. But Luke, he still had to go through the training, even though there was very powerful dark. There was Darth Vader and, Emperor Palpatine, and yet he still was able to, train. He still had to train. But Rey, she gets, maybe a couple days training with Luke, not really, and she never really learns how to use a lightsaber. She kind of just comes up with that on her own after practicing with the staff a little bit. So, I mean, I guess training by yourself for a few minutes will get you better than somebody who's been using the Force and trained by, Luke Skywalker, the greatest Jedi ever. I guess that totally makes sense, right? No. The second thing is Poe is made out to be like a complete moron when they make it out like he messed up by blowing up the dreadnought. But the thing is, had they not got the dreadnought blown up, they wouldn't have just lost all their bombers and all the ships. They would have lost their entire fleet, because it even said it's a fleet killer. So had he not done what he did, there would be no resistance left at all. Because even in that chase scene, I think that if the dreadnought had still been there, I think that it would have just, like, one shot, probably take down the shields. Because I don't know if you guys remember this, but, like, back in the Clone Wars and stuff, like, shields take damage in Star Wars. So I don't know why in the world they weren't taking any damage from the First Order, but they take damage. So it would have been able to get through that had he not destroyed it, and he is reprimanded for it. And he's demoted by Leia because she's the powerful woman, she's right, and Poe is the stupid man made out to be in this movie. And I mean the agenda is very clear. They want to make all the men out to be stupid. They want to make the women out to be heroes, because the woman that blew up the dreadnought, who was actually the only bomber that was successfully able to get to it, it was a woman who hit the button that blew up the dreadnought. So it was a woman that got to take credit for the kill. She got to be the hero, and Poe, he got to be the idiot who got everybody killed. Well, no. Leia is the only one who is still alive after the attack. And then she comes back in this, Superman way. I know it's been said 1,000 times, but she flies in like Superman. Here's the thing. The Force has never saved anybody like that before, ever. And we didn't even know, really, that she had much Force training, I guess. I did not get to read Bloodlines, I think, is the novel, but still, so I think she was confirmed to have had a little bit of training in the Force, but still, I mean, she was dead. Like, on the screen, you could see, like, the frost on her face. She was dead. And then she just comes back and starts moving. It never happens with any Jedi. Like, that's not a thing. I mean, it would have been a little bit more believable had they said, like, oh, Leia was able to create some kind of Force pocket, and then, she was able to fly back real quick before she ran out of air or something, into the vacuum of space. But no. It's just, she flies up to the door and opens the door, or they open the door from the inside, and then nobody gets sucked out into space either. It's the vacuum of space, but nobody gets sucked out. So That makes no sense, but they just want to make the women out to be, so powerful. Um, the next point is Admiral Holdo would not tell Poe her plan, and that made him mutiny. Made him seem like this, problem that made him out to be the bad guy. But the thing is, Admiral Holdo, she had no reason not to tell him. And when he finally found out her plan and told her, like, nah, that's being a coward, uh, taking the ships. Well, then she's like, get this man off my bridge. Like, oh yeah, I'm the one who's in charge. I mean, it was just so clear that they just want to belittle all the men, and they want to make them out to be these stupid, can't do anything right. They're just so aggressive. All they want to do is blow stuff up, and the women are the only one that have any sense in the movie. And she had no reason not to tell him. And um, the next thing is, all the white men that are in the movie that are in of any importance are either made out to be morons, like I've been saying, or they were the villain, like Hux, Kylo Ren, uh, Snoke. I guess you really wouldn't say he's a white guy, but maybe. I mean, he is definitely white in skin tone, but he can get a pass. But so they're all white men, and the only white man in the resistance is Poe, who, like I keep saying, made out to be a moron. And then, or they're a scumbag who is a traitor who sold out the resistance for, money that he didn't even have any way to know. That was a huge plot hole. How in the world did DJ Don't Join, how did he find out about the plan when Finn and Rose didn't even know that they were going to evacuate? Because Poe didn't even find out till like way into the movie. And, so he had no way of knowing that. He had no way to be the traitor, but nope, you gotta have the white guy be the scummy traitor who sells out the black guy and the Vietnamese girl or whatever. And, it makes no sense. They have, apparently the ships are cloaked, but then they run a decloaking scan and then they find them. So that was really stupid. The coolest stormtrooper, yeah, she's a villain, but she's the coolest stormtrooper ever, and it's a woman. She has this bulletproof armor, and why don't they give that to all the stormtroopers? Just wondering. The next thing is, Finn is going to be a hero. He's going to look cool when he's running into the miniaturized Death Star laser, whatever, that's going to blow a hole in the door. He's going to sacrifice himself. All the other ships go away, but he's still heading for it. And then somehow, the girl is able to not only catch up to him, because they all went away. So he's way out in front. All these speeders go at the same speed. And obviously he's going to be going as fast as he can, so he doesn't get shot by all the guerrilla walkers or whatever. I think that was what they're called. If I'm wrong, sorry. But so then she catches up to him, not only like behind him, she gets enough speed up to run into him. You can't do that. That would have been impossible. That would have been physically impossible. And yet she does it. And then, I don't know how in the world their ships didn't explode, first off. But then second, after she kisses him and says, oh, we got to save what we love, not fight what we hate. Well, how did they get all the way from in front of these walkers, all the way back to the rebel base, not only before the walkers get there, but also, how did they not get shot? I mean, that's pure insanity. They would have been shot. The woman pays Finn for being a coward trying to escape on the pod, So, it was a big mess. It did not make any sense. The next thing that we're going to talk about is Battlefront 1. Not sure if any of you guys have played it. I've only played the single player stuff, but So in the single player, if you are the rebels, you are either like somebody of diversity, or I mean, I don't think I've played as a white man the entire time of playing it. So, like Star Wars, which if you look back in the originals, are pretty much, white men. I mean, there might have been a few women on the Hoth base with them, and like, I'm fine with that, but like, you don't see any of these people of diversity, and then you're taking it back to that era and putting in all these people. Like, good, diversity's not a problem. But then you have these stormtroopers who, I mean, even if you want to say, okay, rebels, they had some people that you never saw. They're this type of person. They're a female Chinese woman or whatever. Okay, fine. At least it would make sense for them to still be able to see their face. But they are trying to promote diversity so much that they have stormtroopers with their helmets off, and it's got like a black man and women with their helmets off. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's against protocol. You never ever see that in any of the movies. Only in episode 7 do you see a stormtrooper take off his helmet, and that's Ben, and he gets in trouble for it. Phasma gets the man in trouble, as always, because the women are the superiors. But so it doesn't even make any sense to have them with their helmets off being people of color or women or whatever. If you want to have it be a woman or a black man or any race, whatever, that's great. But have it make sense. It doesn't even make sense the way that they did it. Like, you could have a little cut scene where, they're all diverse, and then when they get ready to go into battle, they just put their helmets on, and then they battle with their helmets on. But that's what a stormtrooper is. They have their helmets on. So they go so far into promoting diversity that they really screw up the canon, if that is canon. Now we're going to talk about Battlefront 2 a little bit. Battlefront 2 is based around Iden Versio, a very powerful female character from Inferno Squadron who, I mean, you never see any female stormtroopers in any of the originals, and this is the era that you're in, and yet, like, you only see white guys in the movies, but then in the games, it's just women, or somebody that is not a white man, because Disney is attacking white men, pretty much. They're saying Star Wars is not white men, whatever. I mean, don't put stuff in that doesn't make any sense. I mean, at least if you do it to, episode 7 and episode 8, you're still making your own new stuff. But when you go back into these time periods and you make stuff that was never, ever there, then you're just trying to cram it down our throats. Then we, last on the thing would be Rogue One. Oh, not last. I also got to talk about the Iden Versio novel real quick. So in the Iden Versio novel, they talk about, like, she is going through a struggle being a woman. She's like, oh no, I'm just as capable as any. I mean, pretty much saying it almost like that. I forget exactly the wording, and I did not finish the book. I was just listening to it, so sorry if, they do something, I don't know. But from what I heard, it's just, no, I'm a woman, but I get, hated on because I'm the admiral's daughter or whatever. They don't think that I earned it, but I'm just as capable. And so that really bugs me. And then you have Rogue One, who is also very over-diversified. The hero is a white woman. Again, just women are the most powerful people in this new galaxy. They're the only people that have any importance. I mean, they killed Luke and Han, who are the only white guys really left other than Poe. And, they killed them, leaving Leia alive because I think that they wanted her in episode 9 to be, you know, the powerful woman doing whatever. But the thing is, she's the only person that's dead in real life. I'm sorry that Carrie Fisher's dead. It's really horrible. But, you know, so they killed off the two men and they left the one woman. And see, strong women have never been a problem in Star Wars. They've had great, strong female leaders that made sense. Princess Leia, you know, she was awesome. I mean, she could kick some butt. She great with a blaster. She was a general. You know, she killed Jabba the Hutt for putting her in a bikini. You know, so you had Padme Amidala, who was a queen and a senator later, and also great with a blaster. You had Ahsoka Tano, who was probably one of the cooler Jedis, or Padawans, or whatever you want to call her, from anything. And she could hold her own against Anakin, and then later Darth Vader. Powerful women have never been a problem in Star Wars, but now they're just trying to ram it down our throats, and it is really getting too annoying. But, alright guys, that's pretty much it for the Star Wars talk. If you guys don't care about my personal channel, see y'all later. Subscribe if you want. Thanks for listening. Alright, now I'm talking to the people who give a crank about the channel. So basically what happened was, when I made the video addressing, you know, where I'd been, why I hadn't been posting, then my laptop broke, which, you know, was kind of just like the final kick. It's like, yeah, I'm probably gonna stop uploading for a while unless there's something that, you know, I really want to talk about. This was just something that I really wanted to talk about that really got on my nerves. So I don't know how often I'm going to be posting. I have no clue. Sorry, my laptop's still broken. I'm having to post this from my tablet, which is why the camera quality is so bad. And yeah, and if you think that this is an irrelevant video to my channel, sorry, I do talk about politics sometimes, and this is very political because they've over politicized Star Wars. So do with it what you will. I'll talk to you guys later.